you can see, I'm still getting it in. And the thing about it, I just thought about something, that can be passed along to the spiritual world. When I first started boxing, I mentioned this before in a video before. I started boxing. I was very excited. I wanted to box all my life. I was 20 years old before I was able to finally start. So when I started, I took a beating the first couple of years, from everybody. But then when I started winning, I was so excited and I was strong, everything was coming together. But the one thing about it, I was knocking everybody out. Everybody. So when my trainer would tell me stuff, he would tell me, go in, do this, do that. And I would go in and I would start trying to do it. But if it didn't work right away, I just went balls to the wall, as they say, letting it go with everything, just out the window, go for brokes. And I was still getting knockouts. And I said this in the fight, like I said in the video before, I was so happy I knocked the guy out. I turned around, I walked back to the corner, I was like, yeah, you know what? And my trainer was standing there disappointed. Just so disappointed, shook his head. And he said to me, words I never forget. He said, you know what? My biggest regret, remember this, this is what he said to me, and I'm gonna transfer this over to how it converts to the spiritual world. He said, you know what? My biggest regret is that you have punching power, because you're not gonna be able to knock everybody out. And I was disappointed and hurt, because I'm thinking he should be excited. He'd be excited because I won, but he wasn't. He was glad that I won, but he wasn't excited about the way I won. And that stuck with me for the next week. And all I could think about was how disappointed he was. And I knew exactly what he meant. He saw a lot better in me. He saw that I was a good boxer, a good fighter. He saw things in me that I didn't see in myself. Remember this now. He saw things in me that I didn't see in myself. I just saw power. I just saw I could go knock somebody out. He saw a lot more than that in me. He saw skill, technique that I had no idea was there. He saw this in me. He had confidence in me. He was disappointed because I had got a little bit of power. That's all I wanted to use. The first thing that felt good to me, that's all I wanted to do. It's working, so why I need to do anything else? I don't want to do nothing else. This is working, so that's all I'm going to do. But guess what? He said to me, my biggest regret is that you have punching power because you think you can knock everybody out. And so that stuck with me. And what I'm saying, I thought about that. So the next week, the next month, the next 6 months, the next year, I started working on boxing, moving, putting things together, sharp, hitting without getting hit, which is the art of boxing. And everything came, the knockouts came a lot easier. It was like so much sharper, so much quicker. I had so much more energy because I was learning how to box now. And I'm telling you that to tell you this. That's the same way with a lot of people I'm talking to, and not only people I'm talking to, people from the church, people that are real, that are trying to push and be disciples for God, to people in the streets, people on their job, and different people like that. They're disappointed because guess what? You may have a good job, you may have a good business, you may have a fancy car, you may have jewelry, you may have things where in this world you think that you got it going on, and you think that that's all you need, because in this world you have everything that you think you need, that you give you attention, push you on top. But this is the thing about it. The people that are trying to push the word of God to you, this is what they're saying to you. They're saying, I'm disappointed because you can't knock everybody out. Their biggest regret is that you have punching power, which is the materialistic stuff in this world that's going to be left here in this world when you die. And we go to funerals every month, friends, family, young people, old people, and you think about it. Everything they own is left here. Their soul is moving forward. And the thing about it is, until you accept the fact that one day you're going to be at the funeral, but you're not going to be leaving the funeral. Your body's going to be left there, and you're the one, your soul is going, and you're the one got to go stand before God. It's nothing you can do to change that. So the thing about it is, no matter how much money you get here, which is your punching power, no matter how much cars, fancy stuff you get here, how good your job is, how big your home is, all the stuff you have here, that's just punching power. The people that are trying to help you are seeing through all that stuff. They're trying to get you to be your best. They're trying to get you to hit without getting hit. They're trying to get you to be able to fight different wars. Whenever spiritual warfare comes at you, a lot of people don't even realize what that is. If you're mad at a person right now, it's not the person that you're mad at. You're mad at the spirit that's in them. And when you say that to unbelievers and people that are living in the world, they look at you like you're crazy because they don't realize what that is. But the day they're going to stand before God, even if they never understood that, they're going to be judged on that. So that's the thing you got to realize. Think about this, especially for these people that believe in the Big Bang Theory and all this stuff, crazy stuff about it was just a big explosion and everything came and was formed. Think about this here, how your heartbeat, your eyes, everything, involuntary control, like if something comes at your eye, it automatically blinks and protects itself. All of that stuff was put together perfect. But you got some idiots that really think something called the Big Bang, it was just a big explosion and everything happened. I can tell you this, I have a 12 gauge shotgun, a 300 Win Mag, a 3.6, and when you're at the end of that, if you're a deer, when that big bang goes off, I can promise you this here, what's on the other end of that is not sitting there and perfectly put together and fine-tuned. It's blew all to pieces and it's beyond repair. And so if you believe in the Big Bang, it's going to be one, but it's going to be on Judgment Day when you hear Jesus returning and the trumpet sound and he coming back to get his people. So the thing I'm trying to get people, everybody to understand is all of these people, not just me, because you may see one video of me, you may never see me again, but the people that's on your job, the people from your church, the people that you know from your neighborhood, people that are talking to you about the Word of God and you don't want to hear it, this is the thing. They're disappointed. They're not mad at you. They're upset because they're looking at the potential that you have. They're looking at, you got a nice car, you got a big house, you got a good job, you're making lots of money here on this world, but all that is punching power. And guess what? Sooner or later, you're going to meet somebody that can deal with punching power, and his name is Lucifer, the devil, Satan, whatever you want to call it. They can deal with punching power because like a guy told me one time, he has a lot more punching power than you do. He has a lot more experience than you. He's been doing it for a lot longer time than you. And so the thing about it, what's going to happen when that punching power doesn't work? What's going to happen when that car rusts? Every car you've ever owned, brand new, the reason you had to get another one was because, guess what? The last one rusted. Every house you had to constantly repair it and fix it because guess what? Everything else is coming down. And the thing about it is Jesus is coming one day, and regardless of whether you think your punching power is enough, the stuff that works here, guess what? You'll find out one day that the devil's a lot stronger and a lot harder hitter.